Oh my gosh. So, okay, I just watched probably a dozen roofing sales videos. And I gotta tell you, I'm kind of frustrated. I really am. Because there's so many people out there that are so full of crap that it blows my mind. And what's even crazier is that these guys are not only making money at doing roofing sales, but at the same time, they've got tons of views and people following them and asking them for advice. Like, if the blind wasn't leading the blind, then the whole, I guess maybe this whole world would be better. I don't know. But what I do know is that roofing sales is simple, guys. I'm going to go over a few steps right here, right now. I'm going to share some information with you. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not going to save it. I'm not going to show you the steps in the process. I'm just going to give you a few tidbits, a little bit here, a little bit there, of things that nobody else is putting out there. They're making these whiteboard presentations and going through all these number one and relating shit to dating. And they're trying to do all this sales training garbage online. Let me tell you, I'm going to put it straightforward in your face. I'm going to tell you step by step. I'm going to give you some hints, some clues, some small things that have a huge psychological benefit when it comes to the perspective that a homeowner has of you before you even get into their door. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so one of the first things I'm going to tell you is that the most important aspects of making a sale when you're talking to a homeowner is knowing what not to say or do. Okay? I know I've said that quite a few times on some of my videos, and I'm going to continue to say that. Knowing what not to say or do is more important than knowing what to say or do. Okay? So, number one, when you pull up to the house, what do? Okay? First of all, do not smell like cigarettes. I smoke. Do not smell like cigarettes when you go into a home. 2, do not park in the street unless you absolutely have to. Park in the driveway. Park right behind their car if you have to. Do not park in the street. Park in the driveway. 3, when you approach the house, okay, all you want to have with you is a clipboard, a pen, and maybe a file folder with some information for them to give to them. When you go up to the door, do not, I repeat, do not walk across a homeowner's yard. Okay, let me repeat this. Do not walk in a homeowner's grass. 2 reasons. Some homeowners are very particular about their grass. They don't want you walking in it. 2, you get your shoes all wet or dirty or muddy. Again, the exception is that some homeowners don't care. Cool. The rule of thumb is that some do. So if some that don't care, it's like brush it off, right? But then you also take care of the ones who do care. So you're knocking 2 birds with 1 stone. Next thing, when you knock on the door, okay, knock firm. Then step back. Give them some room, some space. Makes them feel comfortable. Because they don't know that they know, but they don't know who you are. When they answer the door, hi, I'm Jason from so-and-so roofing. We have an appointment today at 3 o'clock. They're going to open the door. They're either going to come outside and greet you outside, or they're going to say, yeah, come on in. When you go inside, this is a little bit of a controversy, okay? When you go inside, do not go past the entryway, the foyer. Some guys will teach you and train you to walk right in, walk to the table, make it uncomfortable and rude, even. I'm telling you, walk in to the front steps. Don't start taking your shoes off. Don't do anything but say, hey, excellent. So I'm here to look at the roof. Perfect. Tell me what's going on. Is the roof leaking? How long have you guys been in the house? Ask them some questions. How long have you guys been in the neighborhood? Oh, really? Wow. Is this the first time you've replaced the roof? Excellent. Okay. Go along with it. Don't talk about your kids. Don't talk about your personal life. Don't talk about the fact that they got something on the wall that you're interested in. Don't talk. I know you're going to want to build rapport and do all these things that a lot of people do crap. Don't do it that way. Okay, there's other ways to do it. There's other ways to build rapport. There's other ways to connect with a homeowner besides talking about yourself. Okay? Have this conversation in the foyer. Don't try to get to the table. Ask them if they know what you're supposed to do, what you're going to do, if they have any expectations. Okay? Don't ask them how long you've been thinking about replacing the roof. Stupid stuff. There's so many sales things out there that are just ridiculous. Okay? Don't ask them about how long has this been happening. A bunch of nonsense questions that common sense, like, don't come across as the I'm following a policy that I'm supposed to ask these stupid questions that my company told me I'm supposed to do. Don't do that. Okay, first of all. And second of all, don't come in there like a douchebag, chucking a truck, acting like you know everything. Don't do that either. Okay? Come in, explain who you are, what you're doing, ask them a few basic questions, and then say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Explain to them what you're going to do. I'm going to go outside, I'm going to measure, I'm going to come back in, I'm going to get in the attic, I'm going to go over some things, I'm going to leave you some information. It depends on your strategy. I don't believe in the one sit close anymore. That shit's old school, outdated. Consumer marketing purchasing habits have moved on past the one sit and close. Okay, again, I focus on the rule, not the exceptions. Okay? After you get all that, step outside, go do your thing. Okay? I'm not going to get too much into more of the process after that. But one of the things I notice a lot of these videos out there that talk about objections. Okay? I'm going to tell you this real quick. Do not try to overcome objections. That's right. Do not, I repeat, do not try to overcome someone's objection. You're only going to make them mad. You're going to make them feel disrespected. You're going to make them feel like you're not allowing them to do what they need to do. You're going to make them feel disconnected from you. They're not going to trust you. They're not going to like you, and they're not going to buy from you. So do not try to overcome an objection. What do I mean by that? For some of you new guys. All right, no problem. Yeah, so we just got to think about it. Give us a couple days. What do you say to that? Okay, yeah, but don't you know that we offer this and we offer that? Like, just trust me. I'll get into it, maybe some other videos in a minute, but do not try to overcome objections. Allow that person to own the objection. Yeah, I know you got to think about it. I totally understand. It's a lot of money, isn't it? Yeah, I get it. If if I was looking at getting my roof, I'd want to make sure I get the best deal I can get too. I mean, that's just one way to put it. There's 100 ways to skin a cat. But to get a point across, okay, because all of us are different people. I can say something that you might not be able to say and get away with it. Listen, when I first started sales, I was top 5 in the largest home improvement company in Michigan. 10th largest in the country when I first started and maintained that. Then in came this 20-year-old kid. He could literally tell a homeowner, hey, I understand not everybody can afford quality. And say it in a way where that person would say, hang on, I can afford this. I kind of want that. He could literally say things that no one else that I've ever seen in sales were able to say to somebody. There was a persona about him. Not everybody has that. Not everybody has that extra intangible thing that makes people just love them. So for the rest of us, we have to work at getting that person onto our side in a way that's not commission breath, needy, that in a way that doesn't come across as being desperate or and with expectation, okay? There's a lot of things that you can do. Listen, would you rather have this or that? It's that simple. Oh, I'd rather have this. Perfect. You don't have to ask them, hey, do you want a roof that has a class 4 fire rated protection and a 30-year warranty, and we give you a lifetime on the workmanship? You don't need to ask all that. You just need to say, hey, are you going to live here more than 10 years or less than 10 years? Oh, you plan on staying less than 10 years? Perfect. Let them own every single thing that they already have in mind to tell you no with. There's a few questions. There's some closing tactic questions that I want to show you guys. That a lot of these other guys are just kind of like talking in circles around without getting straight to the fucking point. I'm getting straight to the point with you guys. Hey, listen, I know it's a lot of money, but when you shop around, are you looking for something comparable to what I'm showing you, or are you guys looking for something totally different? I mean, I don't do metal roofing, so I mean, when you guys shop, are you looking for a metal roof? No? Okay, I just want to make sure that, because if I don't want to try to sell you a metal roof, or excuse me, I don't want to try to sell you a rubber roof or a shingle roof if all you want is a metal roof, you know what I mean? So, again, I'm ad-libbing here. It's not exactly what I would say, but I mean, when you're in the mode of going step by step, the process puts you in place to say the exact right things at the exact right time. So don't overcome objections, okay? Don't try to customize something to fit their needs. I could give you 100 examples, but think back. When you think you know exactly what you want, and then you walk in and you see something maybe a little bit better for this so much more, and you're like, man, I know I want that, but that is pretty fucking enticing. It's normally this, but I can get it for this. Like, oh my gosh, this is a good deal. Well, I know you don't want this, I know you don't want that. So somewhere in between here, you want this, but you obviously see the value in this. What if I can give you this for this? Would that be a no-brainer? Hey, listen, guys, you know what the number one home improvement, do you know what the number one most expensive home improvement project is? Do you? I'm asking you. Do you know what the most expensive home improvement project is? A lot of people will say kitchen and baths, or they'll say roof, or they'll say, no, I don't know. The number one most expensive project is the one you have to do twice. You don't want to have to do this twice, do you? Right? Look, guys, I understand. It's a lot of money. Let me tell you, it's my job to earn your business, right? I mean, I'm here to earn your business. And I want to do, listen, I want to do whatever it takes to earn your business. And for me, I'm a consumer just like you, and I like to save money. Do you guys like to save money? I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? And again, so this is what I'm willing to do for you. So listen, we don't offer discounts or any kind of like drops in our price like a lot of these other companies, but what I can do for you, as a matter of fact, oh my gosh, there's so many ways to build value and trust with somebody while letting them own their objections. But I'm telling you this, there's a few small things during this whole process, like when I started this video, that you can do to make sure that if you don't do a few things, you can guarantee a 40 to 60% closing rate. And forget all of the nonsense, all these exceptions. Stick to the rules of thumb. Stick to the 60% of where people are in, not those 30, 40% of people that are just almost impossible to close. Forget those people. Listen, you got 10 leads this week. 4 of them are just not going to buy from you because they don't like the way you talk, they don't like the way you look, they don't like the way you smell, they don't like what you have to offer, they don't like the way you walked in their house, they don't like your ego, they don't like how you are passive or how aggressive you are, they don't like something about you, they don't trust you, they don't know anything about you, they're just not going to buy from you. Or you're going to walk in and talk to those people that they want 10 different estimates. Well, guess what? My approach allows them to get some of those estimates and get numbers before they get your numbers. It allows them to shop. It allows them to go through that process that they need to do, because they say, oh, I don't know anything about roofing. Really? When's the last time you walked on the car lot and had no idea that what kind of car you were looking for? Or you walked into a grocery store and you didn't know, have a clue what you were there for. People do not have you out to their house to look at their roof and they know nothing about roofing. This doesn't happen in today's market. The internet, Google, research, HomeWise, HomeAdvisor, all these things. There's just way too much information out there. So when you get there, they have a price in mind. They know what to expect. They have a product in mind. They know kind of what they want. You just have to prove to them that they can trust you to do the job the right way. That's it. That's it. All this other stuff is meaningless. All these other things that people are teaching you don't mean anything, guys. I'm telling you this. There are some things you could do to build that trust during the process. I'm going to say this. That trust amounts to the value you've given yourself and how much you're asking for what they perceive your value to be. There's some things, I'm gonna give you a couple hints. Proposal, presentation, pictures, 3D renderings. I don't want to tell you the fifth one, but I'm going to. A great tool to build value is a drone. Put all that together, present, let them choose. Do you want this one, this one, this one, this one? What's your options? Are you living in this house? Are you planning to flip in this house? Great, we have an option for that. Are you staying less than 5 years? Your roof's leaking, you just need something now, you don't care what it's like? We got that too, okay? You plan on staying 5 to 10 years? You want this to last for a while? You don't want to have to replace this roof again? We got that. Or this is your forever house. You're not moving again, and you never want your kids or whoever you end up leaving the house to worry about the roof. We've got that too. Options. Nobody's telling you this because it's supposedly the big secret. Options. This stuff is so simple, and people think that they need to keep all these little things secret so that you come to them. I'm giving it to you. I'm going to tell you what it is. You have questions? Ask me. I'm going to give it to you straight. But right now, I'm just giving you a little bit. You guys want to know more without all the fluff and people talking to you in circles? Ask me. Comment down below. Ask me anything you want to ask. You want help? Ask me. Let me know. Subscribe, and then comment and ask me anything you want, and I'll give you the answers to how to close that deal. Check it out.